This is the one pumpkin that grew randomly in my garden this year from seeds that must have gotten left behind. So I decided to use it for my Thanksgiving pies. So as you see, I scraped it out, I cut it up, I roasted it until you push it with a fork like it's a potato, you test it. I saved the seeds, and it's easy to separate them from the pulp if you put them in water. I took about 2 dozen that I plan to use for seeds next year and maybe grow some more. And then I roasted some for a snack. I used a little olive oil and some sea salt, and that's it. I know you can get a lot of crazy recipes, but I just like the basic sea salt recipe. So I made those, and then these were also done. I let them cool, and I scraped the meat out of them and filled up the bowl with those. And then I pureed all of the pumpkin meat and used the puree for my pumpkin pies. After I pureed it, I put it through some cheesecloth just to get out the extra moisture, to make it more of a compact puree, to make sure it made good pies. So I got a total of 6 cups, and each pie uses 2 cups. So I made 2 pies today, and I froze 2 cups to make another pie at another time. That's the amount of liquid I got out of it after running it through the cheesecloth. So it was a good idea. It helped make it a nice puree. That's the actual total. And then I just measured it out and got 4 cups for the 2 pies I needed. Put that away till I was ready to make them. And then my seeds were done. They're delicious. I've been munching on them already. And then this is the pie recipe that I use. I used 4 cups. This is for 2 pies. I used 4 cups of the puree. I used 4 eggs. That's 2 per pie. I used 1 can of sweetened condensed milk per pie. I used to do the sugar and evaporated milk recipe, but my sister showed me this one, and I kind of like it better. I think it's not as gritty maybe as the sugar recipe. I don't know. I like it. It's pretty sweet though. And then I just stirred that up, and I added probably about a half of one of the small containers of pumpkin pie spice. Sometimes I just add the spices individually, but I was lazy and bought the pumpkin pie spice mix. So then I just filled 2 pie crusts. And I cheated on the pie crusts and bought the kind that's rolled up. And as you can see, there's my other 2 cups that I just packed in the freezer, and there's my pies. They were delicious.